Hello and welcome to another episode of Mind Map. Today's topic of discussion is Law Commission of India. First of all, we will discuss about the introduction and background of the topic. Then we will discuss about its organizational structure, functions, important reports of Law Commission, and lastly, practice question. First of all, let's discuss about the introduction and background of the topic. The Law Ministry describes the Law Commission of India as a non-statutory body that is constituted by a notification of the Government of India with definite terms of reference to carry out research in the field of law. It is an executive body established by an order of the Government of India. The recommendations of the Commission are not binding on the Government. The Commission is established for a fixed tenure and works as an advisory body to the Ministry of Law and Justice. The first Law Commission in India was formed in 1955 under the chairmanship of then Attorney General of India M.C. Setalvad. The first Law Commission was formed in 1834 as a result of the Charter Act of 1833 under the chairmanship of T.B. Macaulay. It recommended codification of the Penal Code and the Criminal Procedure Code. Since independence, India had 21 Law Commissions. Thereafter, the second, third and fourth Law Commissions were constituted in 1853, 1861 and 1879. Initial Law Commissions, it contributed in establishment of the Indian Code of Civil Procedure, the Indian Contract Act, the Indian Evidence Act, the Transfer of Property Act. Now moving on to its organizational structure. First is composition. The Commission comprises of legal and judicial experts. Chairperson. Commission is headed by a retired Supreme Court judge or Chief Justice of a High Court. Members. Apart from having a full-time chairperson, the Commission consists of 4 full-time members including a member secretary. Commission have not more than 5 part-time members. Ex officio members of the Commission include law and legislative secretaries. Tenure and eligibility. The Commission have a tenure of 3 years from the date of publication of the Order of Constitution. Generally, a Law Commission consists of 1 chairman, who is mainly the retired judge of the Supreme Court, 1 member secretary, 1 permanent member, who is also usually the retired judge of either Supreme Court or High Court, 2 part-time members, 2 ex officio members and 6 part-time members. The staff is divided into 2 parts, the research panel and the secretarial staff looking after administrative work. Now moving on to functions. Repeal or review of obsolete laws. Identifying laws that are no longer relevant and can be repealed. Identifying laws that are not in tune with the current climate of economic liberalization and require changes. Identifying laws that require changes and to make recommendations for the same. Considering suggestions given to it by other ministries or departments regarding revision or amendment of laws. Suggesting measures for the speedy redressal of grievances of citizens in the legal domain. The Law Commission, on a reference made to it by the central government or suo motu, undertakes research in law and review of existing laws in India to recommend reforms. It recommends the enactment of new laws that may be needed to fulfill the objectives of the Constitution. It gives its views on any matter concerned with law and judicial administration referred to it by the Law Ministry for eliminating delays, reducing cost, and ensuring a quick clearance of arrears, for improving the standards of administration of justice, and for simplifying procedures. Consider request for providing research to foreign countries as referred to it by the government through the Law Ministry. Studying the existing laws concerning gender equality and giving recommendations thereof. Studying the effects of globalization on unemployment, food security, and suggest measures for protecting the interest of the marginalized and the vulnerable. Prepare and submit reports on all issues and subjects regarding the research undertaken by the Commission for effective steps to be taken by either the central government or the state governments. Perform any other function which may be assigned to it by the union government. It undertakes studies and gave recommendations for bringing reforms in the justice delivery systems for speedy disposal of cases, reduction in the cost of litigation, etc. Examine the existing laws in the light of a view of various social economic issues like gender equality, globalization, etc. Before concretizing its recommendations, the Commission consults the nodal ministry or departments and such other stakeholders as the Commission may deem necessary for the purpose. Now let's have a look at important reports of Law Commission. The Law Commission of India has submitted 277 reports so far on various issues. Some of the recent reports are Report number 277, Wrongful Prosecution, Miscarriage of Justice, Legal Remedies. Report number 276, Legal Framework, Gambling and Sports Betting, including in Cricket in India. Report number 275, Legal Framework, BCCI, vis-a-vis Right to Information Act 2005. Report number 274, Review of the Contempt of Courts Act 1971. Report number 273, Implementation of the United Nations Convention Against Torture. Report number 272, Assessment of Statutory Frameworks of Tribunals in India. Report number 271, Human DNA Profiling. And report number 270, Compulsory Registration of Marriages. Now it's time for the practice questions. First of all, prelims question. By which of the following Charter Act the first Law Commission was established? Charter Act of 1793, Charter Act of 1813, Charter Act of 1833 or Charter Act of 1853. And now mains question. Fairness under Article 21 is impaired when procedural law does not provide a speedy trial of the accused. In the light of the above statement, examine the problem of the high ratio of the under trials in Indian prisons and discuss the recommendations of Law Commission on Prison Reforms. So that's all for today. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for watching.